Are you a quitter? Simple question. Are you a quitter? I'm confident that almost every one of you, 99.9%, your first response is, of course not, I'm not a quitter. When the reality is, most of us are quitters. When it comes to goals and things like resolutions, it's New Year's, we're quitters. Did you know that there's a National Quitters Day? Yep, second Friday of every January. This year, it's January 9th. This Friday, 4 days from now, is National Quitters Day. Now, that's a socialized kind of holiday. It's not a real holiday. But the reality is that by the middle of January, within 2 weeks of the new year, and all these resolutions that got made and all these goals that were set, when all the health club membership spiked because people were going to get back in shape and get healthier, more than 50% of the people have quit in the first 2 weeks. And ultimately, 80% of people don't achieve their goals. Now, one easy answer for that is because the goals are unrealistic. That's often true. Set these crazy goals. I've been smoking for 30 years and I'm going to quit smoking overnight without any relapse. Come on, it's kind of a setup. Now, let's face it, it is a setup. So yes, we set unrealistic goals, but more often there's a lot of other things going on behind the scenes, i.e. in our head, that keep us from achieving our goals, that turn us into quitters. One of the main things is quitting is easier. Let's just face it. Quitting is easier. Maintaining habits until they become a habit, creating new habits is harder than doing what we were doing before, whatever that default was. So the reason that we quit is because it's easier. But one thing I want to offer you, and there can be a lot of explanations, but what I want to offer you is that we have a lack of momentum. We lack of momentum. We say with Quitters Day that we lost our momentum because we had all this excitement. I'm going to do this new thing, whether it's about health or fitness or exercise or travel or less work or more time with the family. Whatever those goals are, we start at zero and we go to 100, try to go to 100 miles an hour quickly. That generally doesn't work. For most of us, that is a setup for failure. What we need to focus on is, yes, set our goals and go ahead and set big goals, but look at the time frame of those goals. Have I looked at it relative to my life? Because if I set a goal that's so inconsistent with my current patterns, my current habits, my current thinking, my current behavior, and my current momentum, and i.e., I have momentum of, let's say I don't exercise at all. I have no exercise momentum. If I exercise 1 day a week and I want to do it 4 days a week, I have 1 day a week exercise momentum. So the point here is we want to look at what is our momentum and how do we build new momentum. We build momentum in small steps. Do this one thing and then do one more thing and do one more thing. There was a line in a movie, I don't remember it precisely, in the movie Major League many years ago. And the manager was talking to the team that was a terrible team, but they had won a game. And then they had won a second game in a row. And he was telling them in the locker room, you've won 2 games. If you win another game, now you have a streak, that third game. He's really talking about building momentum. And momentum is the thing that will help us get past, get over, survive all the things that get in the way of our goals and objectives. Our mindset, day-to-day living. I didn't want to get up today because it was raining. All these things that get in our way, who trip us up, the things that momentum can overcome. I will close with this. We've all seen these paintings, these pictures, motivational images that talk about the river and the stream, and it says in the battle between not the river and the stream and the rock. And it says that in the battle between the stream and the rock, the stream always wins, not through strength, but through perseverance. It flows. But I would argue it's not just perseverance, it's momentum. Because when the stream gets to the rock, it doesn't get there, stop, sit down, and say, what do I do now? It just keeps flowing. It just keeps flowing. It finds a way. And we can do the same thing with our goals, objectives, and desires. Build that momentum, build that momentum so that when the obstacles come, we can just keep going forward. That's it. So quitter's day, not going to happen if we build momentum.